Okay, welcome back. Long time no see. So as soon as we're done with the learning with pandas, right? You went through the documentation, you watched my tutorial, find much better and deep tutorials on YouTube, Udemy, and etc. You're done with that. Your very next step, you want to work with the visualization, right? So you want to build web-based applications with the diagrams to see how they work and work with them deeply, right? It's your common next step because you have a data, you work with the data, you visualize the data with a diagram. Now you want to place it on a web-based application or your mobile application or whatever application is. And for that, Python covered with certain libraries. So you don't need to learn JavaScript or a framework around that like React or maybe Angular. No, you don't need to, because Python has a library to interpret all the libraries from JS. It's called JustPy. Let me show you. So then we go to JustPy. It's a library, object-oriented for the working with HTML, CSS. It's taking JS code and transform it, interpret it to Python libraries, so you can easily use it. And let's start work at that. So before we continue, we need to install our library, JustPy. I didn't install it here, so let me actually show you. We go to Getting Started, and it will tell you how to install JustPy. We go pip install JustPy. That's actually the command we need. Okay, let me install it on my machine. I'm in the right directory. Let me clear that. Pip install JustPy. And now it will install the JustPy library, which is help to interpret, to translate from JavaScript libraries to our library and visualize. Let's start working that. Okay, we have successfully installed it. We can clear the library. And let's say we want to create application, which will be my first app. .py. Now you have it. So your very next step will be to go and launch your application. But before that, you need to import it, right? Import JustPy. As you can see, it's green. It's successfully imported. If you don't want to keep the name JustPy, you can use the common abbreviation in all tutorials and all Python developers. They put as GP. So basically, this object will create all the library of JustPy. The next step, which you need to know, it's actually how to use Quasar libraries. Quasar libraries. What is that? Let's Google. Quasar Python. Quasar framework. Why Quasar? Quasar is an application, it's a framework which written in Python, and it helps work with CSS and HTML together with JustPy library, and it's helped to read JavaScript files, to translate their libraries and manipulate with the web-based page. This is a tutorial, all links I will leave below. But how does it work? We need to import that. And it's a cool thing that it comes together with JustPy. So you don't need additionally to install it Quasar separately. It's just documentation how to use it, and I will give you some examples. So yeah, here we go. as soon as we imported JustPy, we need to create our method, right? And inside of this method function, actually, it's a Python. I keep calling them methods, but methods are in OOP languages, mostly like Java, and the Python is a function, since it's a functional language. And yes, I know, my little nerds, that Python also can be OOP, but it's not the topic today. Here we go. So we have our method. Let's call it application, and let's, under this method, let me create Quasar page. Let me call it VP or whatever you want. And now we call this GP, right? From here, JustPy library basically. I hit enter and I hear what I can code. And let me find Quasar. I type Q. I don't see it. I tried second later. Quasar page. You see, I found it. Okay, now our page is created. Now let me type something. And as we know, any HTML page, it's a DOM, and to this DOM attach web elements. You as a testers or wherever tools you're using or profession you are part of it, you go to inspect and you see this page. Basically, all web-based page consists of the web elements, the DOM, and certain web elements, certain components attached to it. That's how it looks like. So H1 is it for the text, right? We know it. And let's type and create our first page. Let's create H1. Let me call that library. So GP QDiff and under that I need to pass that A, right, for the HTML symbol. Let's attach it to VP, our web page, right? After that, let's type the text, what we want to illustrate, right? Let me put comma after that. Text. Let's type it. Since we will work with the movies and we analyze movies, let's call it movies analytics by Russell, right? So we have created that. And then let's return the result of the web page. We need return, and let's call it VP. So we will return this page. So what we did now, we created the text in the middle of the web page where it says Analytics by Russell, and Quasar page library under JustPy will create it for us. Okay, let me run it. How to run it? It's interesting thing now. To run it, we need to call JustPy library and pass web page method as parameter. What do I mean by that? So we call JustPy library, we type JustPy, basically it's like build method, and under that we call the method which build our web page, right? And let's run it, and I see that it's running on my server. As we can see, it has been generated on my local host. Let me run it here. Command V. Movies Analytics by Russell. Looks nice, right? And now, for example, I don't like that it's in the left corner. Now I'm coming to Quasar page. And under this Quasar page, I want to work with the text. Layout and grid, style identity, typography. It should be somewhere. Style typography. Boom. Here we go. And now we see all the manipulations we do. Colors, dark mode. But let's start with something simple. Let's say I want it in the middle, right? Middle, weight, helper. Oh, here I can modify the text where it's located. So I see this parameter. Okay, so text center, let me copy that. Let me go back to my class. and here after that I put comma and say classes equal I copy pasted. Oh no, I didn't copy. Let me copy that text center. Okay, what else do I want? Text h1, right? So I won't work under text h1 space and put it in the center. Okay, let me start the program. To stop the program, you type Command C. Okay, let's see. Boom, and it's moved in the middle, and the size became bigger. And it's all coming from our typography. Page size, text h1 headline, and move to middle. Now your common and obvious question is, hey Russell, so does it mean that I need to build all this web page like that, line by line, as you did it here? Hell no, because imagine how much time will it take to build all of that manually the way I did. It's crazy long way. So for that we have additional library, right? We have additional library where we can work with JS file, right? And it's called Highcharts. Why we need Highcharts? Because we want to build exactly the charts where we can implement our library in Python. So let me go Highcharts. And as we can see, this is the library, it's free for at the same point, right? And let's find what we are looking for. View demos. Here we go. And it shows us and give us the amazing charts. We can choose whatever we want to use. Fan charts, stream graphs, whatever comes up in your mind. Inverted axis, I don't know even the name of it, temperature, whatever chart is, pie charts. So that's what I'm interested in because I want to build it as a circle. You see, it looks nice. Donut chart we can build, pie chart like that. It looks nice to me. Very next step, what we do, either we copy JS code to our console, or we go JS fiddle. If we go here, we can see that our code, whatever we modified here, it will look different right away, which is nice, right? We can do that. Now we need to copy our pie chart code, right? We need to copy it. So we have a code here. I can copy and select all of it. But I need start not through the container because I don't need JS, I will use Python. I will use exactly from the chart. And pay attention, I do not copy all of it. The last point I copied, it's here as a JSON format, right? If you want to call it this way. So I copied my chart successfully. I'm going back here and let me create the string. I will create triple string. The reason I create the triple string, the addition of it. So basically Python really differentiate the columns, right? So I want to create string, but it will consider it as a documentation as well. That's why I'm using 3 quotes. Let me copy and paste that. I see my diagram here. Okay, I have my chart here, and very next step, I want to work on my application and make some changes here. Okay, let's go back to my method here. As you can see, where we code center, I want now to use not only my custom line which I have created. I want to work on to add the new chart.js, which I called here chart, right? So let me assign it is to variable chart.js equal right? Let me copy that string, or even I can do that. And now I assign my string, chart.js, to this variable, right? Since I have it now, I can use JustPy library to edit this JavaScript code, and my JustPy will read the library and transform it. Okay, which means let me create the variable which will be HCPy. It doesn't matter how you call it. The reason we need that to create our chart and work with the diagram, right? And we have our GP as an above. Click enter and choose the specific method we need. Since we are using Highcharts library, which is here as you can see, right? We just type Highcharts. Highcharts. I see it now. Highcharts, and then we need to provide to which web page I want to attach my chart. And I want to attach it to my web page which I have created. So I provide the variable webp, comma. The next step, which library from where I should read this data from JS code. I need to transform it. So basically I will provide the parameter Highcharts. So options, which means where to take your JS code, where to take your library. And we assign it to Highcharts. How I name it? Chart.js? What is the name of it? Chart.js. Chart.js. Now I assigned it to it. Okay, sounds good to me. And now actually let me print and see how it will show us the data here. Okay, I need to stop and close it here. Yeah, Control C, it works now. Let me clear that. So Control C, it will terminate your previous version of your pie chart running. Control C. Now let's run it. Okay, Ed has generated the new servers and new URL. Oh. Let's see. Something broken. Okay, it doesn't like something. Let's see what I did wrong. A equals to P, options equal to part chart.js. Okay. Should work. I don't see any issues. Maybe I copied too much. Let's see, let's debug. Okay. I guess I'm missing one bracket. Let's see. Let me run again. Control C, terminal closed, clear that. Let me run again. Okay, looks like no issue now. Wow, magic! And I can see that my chart is actually added to web-based page with the diagram where percentages. Looks nice, right? And now, very next step, I need to edit data here because I'm not interested about egg yolk. I need to work on something in pandas libraries and bring the visualization here. So let's discuss it in the next session.